Chelsea could be the next club to face a points deduction or even relegation. Express Sport looks at the worst-case scenario for the Blues. Chelsea will be watching on nervously along with Manchester City as the dust settles from Everton's damaging 10-point deduction this season, leaving them in danger of relegation. That is because the punishment could be far greater for the Premier League duo, with accusations of breaching financial fair play rules in the top flight. They now face scrutiny over their dealings, with the threat of a catastrophic relegation hanging perilously above them. It is a scenario that no Chelsea fan would ever want to entertain. The club have been part of the Premier League fabric since its conception in 1992, and their 5 titles between 2004-05 and 2016-17 speak to its dominance at different points under Roman Abramovich. But their success could also come at a price, particularly as the Russian's dealings are being scrutinized while he was owner of the club. Allegations have been made that the billionaire made secret payments off the books involving transfers, and if they are proven to be true, the Blues face the threat of a heavy punishment if they are found to have breached the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules. It is an issue Todd Boehly's ownership group Blueco have been keen to resolve since it surfaced in their due diligence checks, yet it is under their rule that the club could slide into the second tier for the first time since 1991. With the potential threat of points deductions and even relegation on the cards, Express Sport imagines what life could look like for Chelsea in the worst-case scenario. Player exodus. Chelsea have splashed out over £1 billion on players since Boehly's arrival in May 2022 and snapped up some big names in the process, breaking the £100 million barrier twice in the space of 8 months. But no one would seriously expect players such as Enzo Fernandez, Christopher Nkunku, Moises Caicedo and Mykhailo Mudryk to stay at the club, despite only signing their 8-year contracts a year ago. For one, Chelsea would need to drastically cut their wage bill, meaning anyone on over £80,000 a week would need to go, which applies to 2/3 of their squad. And in the players' minds, there is no reason to stick around at a club that would have to wait 2 seasons just to have the chance to qualify for European competition again. The best thing about promoting Cobham graduates such as Reece James, Conor Gallagher and Armando Broja to the first team is their loyalty to the club. Much like Juventus when the club were demoted to the Serie B after the Calciopoli scandal in 2006, some of the Italian club's biggest names including Gianluigi Buffon and Alessandro Del Piero remained in Turin. James, Gallagher and Broja may feel that same obligation to stick around and try to haul Chelsea back into the top flight, but there is no doubt relegation would spark a huge rush for the exit. Losing their best coach in years. Chelsea have appointed a host of fine managers over the years before their acrimonious departures, and Maurizio Sarri remains the only boss to have left Stamford Bridge on his own terms after joining Juventus in 2019. Pochettino could follow suit if the West London club dropped out of the Premier League. Pochettino is a loyal character, as proven by his 5-year stint with Tottenham when he remained with the club while Real Madrid and Manchester United tried to lure him to their respective dugouts. But as a top coach, it would do Pochettino a disservice to his own profile as a manager to force him to work in the second tier for at least 1 season. Much like how Carlo Ancelotti jumped ship at Everton as soon as Real came calling, few could blame Pochettino for clutching onto the life thrown to him from one of Europe's elite if the Chelsea ship starts to sink.